The first rays of dawn kissed the ancient oak, illuminating the entrance to a cozy burrow. From within, two small, furry creatures, Puku and Puki, blinked away the remnants of sleep. They were siblings, no bigger than a paw. And today was the day they would truly step out into the world. Their mother had declared it. Go, my dears, discover. Puki, with fur the color of sunshine and eyes that sparkled with unbridled curiosity, was the first to bound out. Every leaf was a potential adventure, every shadow a mystery to be solved. Puki darted, sniffed, and chirped, an embodiment of boundless enthusiasm. Puku, with darker, earthier fur and a thoughtful gaze, emerged more slowly. Puku paused, scanning the horizon, listening to the subtle whispers of the forest. Puku was cautious, observant, always weighing the path ahead. Their mother's words echoed in Puki's mind. Life is a grand meadow, full of sweet nectar and hidden thorns. You will stumble, you will soar, but most importantly, you will learn. The first meadow, the taste of disappointment and the lesson of patience. Puki, spotting a patch of particularly vibrant, ruby red berries, squealed with delight and charged towards them. Look, Puku, food. Puki crammed a handful into their mouth, only to spit them out with a grimace. Black, bitter, quote. Puku, meanwhile, had been observing a different bush, slightly hidden behind a tangle of thorns. It looked less flashy, but the air around it hummed with the gentle buzz of contented bees. Carefully, Puku navigated the thorns, a few scratches blooming on their soft fur. With gentle nibbles, Puku tasted one. Sweet, succulent, perfect. Puki watched, crestfallen, then trotted over. How did you know? Quote. Puku shrugged, offering a berry. The flashy ones often hide disappointment. The true treasures sometimes require a little more effort, a little more patience, and a willingness to brave the pricks. Real life connection. This was like Puki rushing into a flashy new job opportunity that promised the world but delivered little, while Puku took the time to research, network, and slowly build a career in a less glamorous but ultimately more fulfilling field. The whispering wind, the fear of failure and the spark of resilience. One day, a harsh wind swept through the forest, bending trees and scattering their carefully gathered store of nuts. Puki watched in despair as their hard work vanished. Tears welled in Puki's eyes. It's all gone. What's the point of trying if it can all be taken away so easily? Quote. Puku, after a moment of shared sorrow, started to dig, not a new burrow, but small, strategic trenches around their current one, creating channels to deflect the wind's full force. We can't stop the wind, Puki, but we can learn to brace ourselves against it. And we can start gathering again. We know how to find nuts. The skill isn't lost, just the nuts themselves. Puki, inspired by Puku's calm determination, wiped away the tears and joined in, digging with renewed vigor. Together, they not only secured their home but also found new pockets of nuts the wind had actually unearthed. Real-life connection. Puki lost a significant amount of savings in a bad investment and felt utterly defeated. Puku, having learned from previous setbacks, reminded Puki that the knowledge gained wasn't lost, and together they developed a new, more resilient financial plan, finding opportunities they hadn't considered before. The lonely wanderer, the power of empathy and shared strength. One evening, they encountered an old, injured badger, limping and clearly lost. Puki, initially wary of the much larger creature, instinctively wanted to flee, but Puku saw the fear in the badger's eyes. Not just its size, it's hurt, Puki, it's scared. Puki remembered how Puku had comforted them after the windstorm. Taking a deep breath, Puki approached cautiously, offering a few of their precious berries. Puku, seeing Puki's bravery, followed, and together they slowly, carefully, guided the badger towards a known den where it could find shelter and care. It took hours, exposing them to dangers they usually avoided. Later that night, nestled in their burrow, Puki admitted, I was terrified, but seeing its pain, and seeing you act, made me brave too. Puku nodded. Sometimes, the greatest strength isn't just for ourselves, but in helping others. It unites us. Real-life connection. Puki felt uncomfortable around a new colleague who seemed aloof and intimidating. Puku, recognizing underlying anxiety, encouraged Puki to reach out with a small act of kindness. This simple gesture broke the ice. leading to a strong friendship and a vital professional alliance during a challenging project. The seasons turned, the harmony of balance. Years passed. Puku and Puki grew older. Their fur now flecked with grey. They had seen countless sunrises and weathered many storms. Their burrow was larger, stronger, a testament to their combined efforts. Puki still had that spark, that adventurous spirit, but now tempered with a wisdom that allowed them to discern between true opportunities and reckless impulses. Puki would still dash ahead, but now Puku would glance back, ensuring Puku was following, or sometimes, Puku would simply wait, knowing Puku had observed something crucial. Puku, ever thoughtful and cautious, had also learned to embrace the unexpected. Puku learned that sometimes, the best path was the one not planned, the one Puki impulsively suggested. Puku learned to trust the spark, to take a leap of faith when Puki's enthusiasm provided the necessary push. They became mentors to the younger generation of forest creatures. When a young pup despaired after a failed hunt, Puki would share tales of finding hidden patches of food after the obvious ones were empty. When another was paralyzed by fear of the unknown, Puku would recount their brave journey with the injured badger, reminding them of the power of empathy and shared courage. Puki and Puku, together, embodied life's greatest lesson, that the tapestry of existence is woven with threads of both caution and courage, patience and passion, resilience and empathy. It's not about being one or the other, but finding the harmony between them. As they watched the sun set over the familiar forest, they knew their mother's words were true. Life was indeed a grand meadow, and they had not just survived it, but thrived, learning not just how to live, but how to truly experience and cherish every step of the journey. Together,